If you at one point discontinue to watch this video, then please tell me what the reason for what it was, so that I can improve. Otherwise, hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn gastroenterology, today Villi, and after we've done that, we're gonna do shoulder impingement training. And if you participate in the shoulder impingement training, then it's at your own risk. Now, we did this whole double page already in the previous parts of the digestive system, but now we want to focus on what was written to the Villi. We want to gather all the information together, then prepare a presentation out of it, and then out of memory make a presentation about the Villi. Absorbing the products of digestion, and we're going to talk about internal anatomy and the blood system, and also a bit about the intestines. Absorbing the products of digestion. The length of the small intestine, some 7 meters, is covered with seaweed-like fronds known as villi, which greatly increase the absorbing surface of the intestine. Now, we read that whole part. We had here on the other side the whole digestive system. And it seems actually that the small intestine is the thing doing the food, the eating. All the other parts, we had the mouth and the esophagus and so on, but then the gallbladder is just adding enzymes. Then the colon, that is just the absorption of the water, again, out of it, basically. So it's not part of the eating, it's just the finishing up, basically, a cleaning process. And the esophagus, and with the stomach, it is just there for 2-3 minutes, did they say. Within a few minutes of being swallowed, some of the food has been propelled into the first part of the intestine. So, if the intestine would not be busy with the previous food, it is directly within 1 or 2-3 minutes in the intestine. So the stomach is not doing that much. Some juices and so on, but not really much more. And the liver is getting from the things we read. The production of the digesting the products of digestion are absorbed into the bloodstream and carried along the portal vein to the liver. There they are stored or used in the synthesis of chemicals needed by the body. Okay, so just the things absorbed into the bloodstream are coming to the liver, and then the liver makes out of them chemicals needed for the human body. And the duodenum, that is part of the small intestine, and the pancreas, that is also just doing a few pancreatic juices for the digestion. So it is the small intestine which is doing the eating, not the rest. Not the stomach, it is the small intestine. Okay, the small intestine is 7 meters long, and it is covered with these seaweed-like villi. These villi are the things which are doing the eating in the human body. All the rest is just part of the manufacturing process. And they are increasing the surface. These villi, they are seaweed-like, and we're having here the graph. I'm going to take it as if it would look like that. Why should it not look like that? It looks plausible. Sugar, amino acids, minerals, and vitamins in the intestinal contents are absorbed into blood capillaries in the villi, while fats diffuse into lymphatic channels known as lectorale. But if you look at the second one, these lectorale are also inside of these bigger villi, I think. The length, can we get rid somewhere? Let's read the whole thing and try to find out, are these really just these little things at the top or the whole thing? The length of a small intestine, some 7 meters, is covered with seaweed-like fronds known as villi. Could be both, but it sounds more like the whole thing, which greatly increases the absorbing surface of the intestine. Sugar, amino acids, minerals, and vitamins in the intestinal contents are absorbed into blood capillaries in the villi. If you look at the second graph, the capillaries are through the whole thing, not just through the capillary, through the villi, or the top things. While fats diffuse into lymphatic channels known as lectorale, swaying and contracting movements of the villi, so it must be the whole thing. They are swaying and contracting, we try to remember this both, caused by the muscularis mucosae, aid the process of absorption. Now the muscularis mucosae, the muscle layer, mucosae, the muscularis mucosae. Is that now the whole chunk and the villi just the grassland on top? The villi. I think they are just the thing at the side. The villi. They are just the thing on the top. Having the gland, what is that? The gland is at the outside, whatever that is. I don't understand gland. Just the whole concept of gland. And the capillaries, they are on the inside, these small blood capillaries, and then we're having the lymphs somewhere. I don't understand lymphs. I don't understand the concept of lymphs. And then we're having the lectorals in the middle somehow. Molecules of digestive food diffuse into the blood and lymph system via capillaries and lectorals. I take it now like the villis just are on the top, just this grassland on the top. The rest in the middle is the muscularis mucosae. Muscularis mucosae. Okay, the small intestine 7 meters long, and it is covered with the seaweed fronds. I don't understand the term fronds. Do we mean just the thing on the top? And in them there are the muscularis mucosae, a muscle layer, and then lots of small villi. And they are greatly increasing the surface area of the small intestine, which is already 7 meters long. Inside of this intestine, at the outside of this villi, at the outside of this villi are the glands, and in the inside there are the blood capillaries, and they are taking the sugars and the minerals and the vitamins and the amino acids. Out of the food into the capillaries and transporting them to the liver, and through the portal vein to the liver. And the lacteals, and the lacteals, they are taking the fats. That is part of the lymphatic system, or the lymphatic channels. Fats diffuse into lymphatic channels known as lacteals. They're coming into the lacteals, they're also then the inside and coming on. We don't know where we go. The muscularis mucosae is there on the graph, just at the ground. The other one says muscle layer, there in the middle. So the muscularis mucosae is just at the ground, and that thing is contracting, and that leads the whole things with the villi on top of it. But what is the whole name of it? To move. Centimeters long, glands at the outside, blood capillaries in the middle, transporting through the portal vein to the liver. And we're having lacteals, and they are taking the fats. The blood capillaries are taking minerals and amino acids, sugar, and vitamins. Let's try it and try the way to formulate it without saying something wrong. Muscularis mucosae. It's just on the ground with the muscle layer. I'm going to stop the thing, camera. Villi. The small intestine is 7 meters long. It comes from the stomach and then goes to the colon. And in it, the digestion is happening. In it, basically, the things inside of the food are taken into the human body. Now, and there is a muscle layer, the muscularis mucosae, and that is contracting, and that causes on its standing with the muscle layer, all these villi on top of it, to contract and swaying back and forth. And that all increases the surface of the small intestine. So it's already 7 meters long, and then it has a muscle layer, and then these things with the muscularis mucosae at the ground, that is contracting, and that causes that on its standing seaweed-like things to sway a bit, because the whole thing is contracting, the ground is contracting. And on it are all these little villi, and these little villi we have on the outside glands, and in the inside there are little blood capillaries, and they are taking the sugars and the minerals and vitamins and the amino acids out of the food out. And then there are also the lacteals in them. They are taking the fats. And the capillaries transporting it then to the liver, from the portal vein to the liver, and so on. That is basically how the eating is. So there is between the stomach and the colon then the 7-meter long small intestine. It has then all of the sides. The muscularis mucosae that is contracting a muscle, and that because the ground is basically contracting, these seaweed-like things on it are waving basically. On it are all these little wheelie, and all these little wheelie on these mountains made of these seaweed things. They are taking everything outside the grounds, and they are taking now through the blood. This is on the inside of the sugars, amino acids, and the minerals and vitamins to the liver through the portal vein, and the lacteals in the middle. They are also there. They are taking the fats. That is according to page 467 of the digestive system of the human body of the Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 2, Part 9, written by Gordon Macpherson and Tony Smith. Dat is namelijk nogmaals. I'm going to stop the camera. We say the information yet. That was the gastroenterology part. If you were here for gastroenterology, you can go directly to the next part of gastroenterology. If you stay here and participate in the shoulder impingement training, then it's at your own risk. Leaving our feet standing good and stable, and we're doing backward shoulder circles forward. If you participate, then it's at your own risk. And backwards. Long arms with strong fists. Go as far back as you can with the shoulders. High up, front, down, back, in front and down, and now again up and back and down, up, front, up, back and down. Legs wide apart, a bit down into the knees, straight back, let the arms hang, pinch the scapulas with effort together. Make fists, lift the arms up and pinch the scapulas together. Arms down, shoulders down. Now again in front, into the knees, let the arms sink, make fists, turn the arms to the inside, bring the arms high up and together. Straighten up, bring the shoulders down and together. So arms high up and together, shoulders down and together. The shoulders or the shoulder blades into the rib cage, the scapulas into the rib cage. Arms high up and together, shoulders down into the rib cage and together. Gradually release. Next exercise, long arms, strong fists, shoulders down and together. Arms to the inside. Shoulders down into the rib cage and together. Arms to the inside. Arms to the outside, shoulders down. Arms to the inside, shoulders down and together. Arms to the outside, shoulders down. Gradually release. Arms to the side, a bit in front, the arms in front, shoulders down and together. Arms back, shoulders up and front. And arms in front, shoulders down and together. Arms back, shoulders up and front. Gradually release. The arms up. If this exercise causes pain, then down to it. Shoulders up and slowly down. Arms up, shoulders up, and all down. One more. Arms up, shoulders up, and down. And we're switching. One arm in front, the shoulder is back and down. Pull the arm in, have flat fingers, relax the arm, go it back with the shoulder and turn the thumb up to the sky. Other arm in front, shoulders back and down, pull the arm in, have flat fingers, relax the arm and turn the palm up to the sky. That was the shoulder impingement training. I thank you very much and until next time.